Hey guys, Crypto Trends. This is not the daily report, it's the weekly report. So I just completed the daily report. There's a link below to that if you guys want to pay to get my daily sort of updates. This is the weekly free update. So and I'm Silverback. Thanks for joining. And we're looking straight away at BTC USD basically we've gotten stopped out. We had our stop loss there, it stopped us out, and then this is the candle that just closed just now on the weekly. So we are on the weekly chart. I've got some news to announce on the weekly cycle, which is going to actually just change slightly when it gets produced. That'll give us a head start on emerging weekly trends. I'll explain that more in a minute. So today's going to be a quick report for those people that are following the weekly and want to have a weekly update. And there'll be an extra report in 2 days time, around this time in 2 days time, and then from there on we're following a 7-day cycle from then. And I'll explain. It's pretty easy to follow, so I'll explain it now. So let's say BTC. You just ignore that blue line. That's a daily stop loss line level. The weekly stop loss level is here. We've actually been stopped out. Now I can't, under my rules of my strategy, I can't jump back into BTC as bullish as I may feel unless I get a closed green candle. It doesn't matter if it's a complete doji candle like this one here. As long as it's green, I can jump back in. Alright, so my level line in the sand is here. I don't want to give back any gains that I've gotten all the way through this period here by being an idiot and just being optimistic. That's the hodl mentality that I really dislike. It's great if you win, but if you don't win, you're an idiot, aren't you? So I like being proactive. That's the reason why I do this, and I want to just smash, obliterate the mentality of just sitting there on your hands doing nothing while you're invested in assets. People say, I don't like to trade. If you own something, that is a trade. You're spot long BTC if you own BTC. So you can't say you're not a trader because you traded your USD for Bitcoin. End of story. There's no arguments. Okay, so if you're trading, all I'm saying, and as adding an extra layer of complexity to some people, but I'm saying to watch what your investments are doing. Like, it only makes sense. Or you should employ a professional asset manager. End of story. Again, same thing. You can't just sit on your assets and do nothing. It's not a house. That being said, we do have little easy things to follow like this, and all my reports, they're all free, telling you what I'm doing with the top 20. If you guys are in any of these coins, then obviously I'll probably give you some insight as to what their current trend is in your decision making. Not to say follow exactly what I'm doing, but I do have a pretty easy way to follow using Heikin-Ashi method in the candles. To pick where the stop loss levels are of where I'm happy with the volatility and how much volatility I'm prepared to accept in what I hold in my investments. And so this basically is designed to trail the price up as it goes, and as it's done here, it's got us out right at the top. So it's brought us from this level here where we got in right up to here. And it got us 47.94% gains in 70 days, and it put a clear line in the sand as far as what we're prepared to see happen, or if it goes down further than that. So if you work it out just very, very quickly, I won't bore you to death with this. Beat your head this over your head, but 47.94. Divided by 70 days equals 0.68% a day, and you multiply that by 365, and it gives you about 250% per annum. But you're not paying anyone to manage your funds for you, and that's just one asset. So that's just BTC USD. Some of these other altcoins will move far more than that as well, and you can break off a little bit of percentage allocation to those other assets as well. And we can follow the seasonality between Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum, if that ever gets up, we'll heavily go into it. We've got there are a few leverage options on Ethereum and BTC in the Pinex rebalance bot that I use. So if you're a little bit itchy and you've got a small, let's say 5% bag of Ethereum or BTC, or let's call it say under 20% allocation of each, and you're going, hey, listen, I'm really bullish, you can add some leverage a little bit, 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5% leverage. Instead of going into a leverage exchange, you can just hold it in your rebalance bot that I use here with Pinex. So just to give, not to complicate it too much, but that if you need some leverage, you can still get it here in some of the tools that we use. But furthermore, today's going to be a quick update on the weekly. So at the moment, unfortunately we're out. We've got to stay out of Bitcoin until I get a closed green candle. It doesn't have to be a big thick fat body, but it has to be green. Otherwise, my rules are I don't go in. That's basically the way it works. Now, having said that, when I do change, now I've got to stay out for another 6 days, basically 6 days to 22 hours, 7 days, all right? But because I'm going to be changing to a 7-day cycle, which actually would end in 2 days from now, we've already got a green candle here, and we're going to get it. If we get a chance to get on top of this trend in 2 days on the weekly, I know I'm sort of. It sort of appears as though I'm changing things around to suit the narrative that I want to believe, because I am bullish on the current trend. But that's because I spend, and I've got a lot of experience. I'm experiencing the daily charts, and I know these markets pretty well, and I'm a little bit bullish. I'll show you on the daily chart. Well, our stop loss is up here. You can see it's in blue. My stop loss is white. We're already in BTC on the daily chart, so obviously it's going to react much faster. So I'm going to basically put us in a situation wherein hopefully if this finishes in green in 1 day and 22 hours, 2 days time basically, I'm going to be coming out with the next report this week. And I'm going to be switching to the 7-day cycle, and we'll line it up. So I'm doing one a week, and then just advising you of any stop losses get hit if we're holding any altcoins outside BTC. But at the moment, as I say, we're working on weekly. I'll get this weekly report out to the people that have been following it weekly for their portfolio. At the moment, we're out of BTC. We're in USD only. And then I'll just go through the USD pairs and see if there's anything worth holding on the weekly trend. So Ethereum, we've been knocked out. We haven't got a closed green candle yet, so we're out of that. XRP is now a buy, so I'll just mark this as a buy. So we're going to put some XRP in our portfolio on the weekly. Then moving on to BNB. BNB is now become a buy. So the market's some major assets are starting to turn around. You can see where I'm a little bit more bullish. Solana is now a buy. Damn, I mucked that up. I'm going to change that back to where it's supposed to go. There. Go to weekly. Here we go. So we want to bring this weekly where it stopped out there, and we now get to buy back in down here. You can see, we stopped out back at this level here. We're now buying in. It went down 13.66%. But we're sort of buying back in at even money now that but we missed all this and it came back up. Yes, we could have stayed in it, but what if it continued going down? That's the whole point of this, right? So you got to be so patient and just trust the process, and just look at your wallet balance, look at your Pinex balance or whatever, and just look at it over time. Like if you start off with $200 and it ends up being 210, 220, you can put. I'm adding my. If I'm saving any money, I'm just whacking it in here and just building it up, and then just sort of like compounding. Every time I get the 3% profit in the portfolio, I rebalance it. I just take the profit and just reallocate it into what the current assets are. You can do that once a week if you get paid weekly, for example, or you just want to just have $200, like just compounding. We don't have to take any losses because there's no leverage unless you introduce leverage to it. So it's a nice system. You know, I've set it up so that, you know, every time you got 3% profit, it'll actually compound and sell back to USD. You can go in there, grab that USD and deploy it back into the current assets that have been projected. All the table will be below as usual of what the allocations are. Anyway, so Solana is now a buy. Dogecoin, not a buy yet. Again, I'm looking for that second last candle to turn green. Yep. We now have ADA, Cardano as a buy. TRX is now a buy. Stop loss there. And again, actually I'll do it right now. Ethereum's not a buy. XRP is a buy, and I'll put an alert on that. And during the week, if I get anything that okay, that didn't have an alarm on it. I'll just whack that on. Sorry guys. Solana. That needs an alert. That's better. Okay, there we've got Doge. No, that's not a buy yet. ADA is a buy. I'll just put an alert on that. So this is so I can actually send a message out to you guys. If these levels get hit, I can tell you, say, sell. You know, TRX is, let's mark that as that was a buy. AVAX is not a buy. I want the second last candle has to be green. Sui is a buy, and I'll just move that to there. Make sure there's an alert on it. I might have to change all this in 2 days' time, but I don't really care. That's fine. If there's any adjustments to me, what was that? That was no buy. That was a buy. So I've marked that as a buy. Link is not a buy yet. Ton. Definitely not a buy. Shib, not a buy yet. XLM is a buy, so I'm going to be buying that. Okay, so that was that. XLM, yeah. HBAR is a buy, looking good actually. That's the last closed candle there. I was in here playing around earlier, and I moved that from there to there, so that's been going up quite nicely actually. Ton is not a buy. Again, want the second last candle to be green, and it ain't. Again, no bueno with Bitcoin Cash. No go with Pepe. No go with a Litecoin. No with OKB. Uni, you're out. We do have what's this? Hyperliquid. It's not even in Pionex, but if you are trading it, for those people, I'll just grab this, copy that. Just because I'm counting it in here because it's in order of where it sits in the top 20. I would buy Hyperliquid if you are buying it. I'd not be buying it and holding it, and then obviously sell it at $21.54 if it does come down below that level, if you're setting a stop loss. So it's not part of what I'm doing though, as I said. Nia, it's not a buy, but you can see everything's starting to turn around. Polygon Matic is not a buy. Actually, I need to have at least have these stop loss signals in here when I come back to. It's not a buy. Internet computer. It's not a buy. Aptos. Not a buy. Ave is a buy. It's not going as good on the daily, but here it's going okay. Okay, so I'll allow it. I'll allow it into it's a the weekly. It has been going really, really well. So, and it's a major coin. BGB has been smashing it. That's the BitGet coin. If you are in and around that, there is 0 wicks below this. There's no price indecision at all. There hasn't been all the way from here. It's up 445% in 63 days. Wow. So some of these exchange tokens can be really, really good. But anyway, I'm not in that. I don't think it's not in the bot. I'd love it if it was. If I go into here, I'm going to go into here in a second and just out of BGB. It's such a major coin doing so well, not in there. But this is like the competition between, you know, different exchanges, because Pinex is their own exchange as well. It's kind of understandable. But anyway, so we've got a list. We've got a list of what there's quite a few that we're adding. Arve's a little bit too much in the weeds out here, I think. Let me just go have a look, because I updated the Arve should be sort of like, yeah, it's like 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It's about 26. So it's a little bit too far away. Let's have a look at the performance. It is doing well, but as you can see, these green squares are getting smaller and smaller. Let me have a look at normal candles. Oh look, we'll give it a 5% allocation. Anyway, we'll be generous. I mean, there's not that many assets we've got in our portfolio anyway, and USD is not going to make us any money, so we'll go with that. All right, let me just pull this aside, and then we'll open up this to adjust our bot. Okay, so let us. Whoops. Why is this doing? No. Don't do that. Come on, man. I need to grab it up here. Got so much stuff open. Gotta close them, but close other tabs to the right. Okay, that makes it a bit easier. Right. I always got so much stuff left open. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, so I'm going to look through here. So yeah, unfortunately, Bitcoin's not a buy and hold at the moment, as I mentioned. So we're going to have majority USD still. It might change in 2 days' time, I'm hoping, because I can sort of see something emerging there as a trend. Weekly bot. I won't stop this one, but I'll see if I can add to it and have no errors. So 95%, okay, is USD, okay, and then we got, okay, let's do it in by the numbers. It's XRP. Let's see if we can add that on. XRP. Give that an allocation of 5%. BNB. I hope I don't do all this and then it won't let me add these coins. Add another coin, which is Sol. There's only one way to find out. Give that again 5%. All these old coins I'm giving 5% allocation to. If you want to be a bit more bullish, you can sort of like use 100% of your allocation to spread it across all these alts if you want to. It's a bit more risky to do it that way though. You'll find that there will be a time when we fill the whole thing in the weekly up with alts like 19 alts and BTC. They'll all be 5%. But yeah, you don't want to go too nuts, because unless you're spread across a lot of them, and we're not quite there yet, so it is a little bit higher risk. But it's like your personal choice, you know. See how you go. If you only got like a couple $100 in this, Sui's another one, then you don't mind just taking a risk and see how it goes. If it pays off for you, I'm going to set up the take profit at 3%. So if it pumps overnight or something like that, it'll cash you out. What was it? The last one was Sui, wasn't it? So XLM. 5%, and then H bar we've already got, and then what was the other one that I was being generous with? Arve. Okay. Oh, here we go. Give that 5%. Okay, so there's 140, so I've got to shave 40 off here, so that would be 55. That makes it a total of proportion of 100. Let's see how we go with this. Sorry. Okay. Confirm. And then modified successfully, it says. Okay. Oh, I might not have to start a new bot, but I'll just go back in there after the. This will change in a second. There you go. It's changing now, and then we'll actually see if it took those new settings. Okay, go into there, change coins. Okay. Oh yeah, USD 55. If you ever want to see if the bot's not taking your changes too well, you can just always check up here, whichever's got the most percentage proportion. Just make sure that's either your BTC or your USD, or that the main things that we want to hold in and out of. Sometimes it'll change, like H bars up here and it'll be 55%. Like it's done that with me a couple of times. So don't be scared to crush a bot and start a new one. I'm going to do it as often as I can. Maybe once a week. Maybe start a new bot. I started a new one yesterday. This one seems to be working, so I'll see how I go. I'll just go OK here. Well, I don't have to go OK because it's already taken it, and we're already in profit. There we go. We're up and away. If you are, share. This is the QR code. Scan that now, and it'll give you the link, which is actually on the screen here. I'll put all the information on that portfolio split down below in the Substack. If you are watching on YouTube, just click the link that's in the Substack. It's all free, and you'll see the printout of the portfolio percentage breakdown, and or scan that on the screen right now, and that'll do the same thing. Make it a bit bigger for the YouTubers. And then if you are inside the Substack, which why wouldn't you be? Because there's no cost. You want to go down to the bottom, and there's a subscriber chat to join. Make sure to join that, and then I will send you between now and this week I'm doing 2 reports, so I'm going to say the same thing again in 2 days time, but on a weekly basis in between reports, as we generally will have 1 report a week. If any of these stop losses that I've been marking out here actually get hit, so as we've gone through here, let's say BNB, I put a stop loss there with an alarm. If that gets hit, then basically I just come into my into the chat, and I come into here, and I go into Crypto Trends Weekly, and I just start a new thread, and I basically just come in here and just go say, hey, sell ADA, and that'll just go through to your email. So it's a really, really good system actually, and it costs you nothing. So I'm just giving you little notes of what I've done. If you're doing like little shorts or little longs or whatever, I can give you updates on how your portfolio is performing if you're not logging in. This is basically like their Substacks. It's like Twitter, because you've got home. You've got all these different people's articles and stuff like that. I'm not doing an ad for inbox for what you're following. Other things that are going on. It's pretty good. Or here. Yeah, this is where you can go and search any sort of thing you want to follow over here. So anyway, again, this is not an ad for Substack, but they're actually pretty good. They're gaining market share, and it's been a good experience being with them. So, but that's a really good feature to follow. Just make sure you do join the subscriber chat below. That's enough for this week. And again, outside this week, I'm gonna be back in a couple of days with a new update as I fall into a new 7-day rhythm. That's a little bit front running the market on new emerging 7-day trends, and that's the idea behind it. I'm going to run with it. All of this weekly stuff is really, you got to be patient. No different to the daily really, but you got to be patient, and you just got to let the numbers work. Just let the logic work, and then when we get a good run, you'll go, wow. And then all the people that that bail out of this because they're going, oh, the gains are not enough, that's not fast enough. It's like, yeah, you guys will be losing money. You'll be going to, it's a really fast moving stuff. You won't be watching it. And we'll be sitting over here. I mean, 80% of my bags is in the weekly, 20% of my bags in the daily. So that should tell you something as far as my risk appetite. I want to. The majority of my money is going to be in the larger this weekly sort of time frame, and then eventually I want it to be like a monthly time frame. Once I got enough money that's sustaining me, and I can sort of manage it. And I can completely leave the daily time frame behind and just have monthly and maybe weekly is my high frequency. Because if you've got enough size, then you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about going on the charts once a day, you know, and you don't have to worry about leverage, you know. So, you know, if you've got enough money, you don't need to worry about all that risk or that's much time in front of a computer. Speaking of which, it's a beautiful day outside. You guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one because I'm about to go for a walk myself. Catch you guys later.